Home sales are down July, August, September, really the entire year, not just here in the state of Connecticut, but the entire country. Anthony Lamacchia here, broker owner of Lamacchia Realty, wanting to talk to you about our Q3 real estate market report. We just put our September housing market report out for September, and I just sat here and I looked at September, August, July, and I'm going to let you take a peek at September and show you a little bit about what's going on. And it's pretty much the story for the entire quarter, but this is just September. Home sales down 23%, average prices up 6.9%. Folks, that's pretty much the case the entire quarter. Sales were down somewhere between 23 and 25% each month, July, August, September. Prices were up 6-7-ish%, okay? This is actually pretty interesting what's going on in Connecticut. Out of all the New England states, I'm seeing that we're reviewing and I'm doing reports on this morning. What I'm noticing is Connecticut is the most constrained with inventory, so congratulations. Connecticut is seeing either the highest amount of appreciation for this quarter or neck and neck with New Hampshire, or maybe even a little bit behind New Hampshire as far as how much prices are going up. But it's up there. It's noticeably more than Mass, more than Rhode Island. So the demand is there, but there's a tremendous amount of a lack of home sellers that are wanting to sell, obviously because of the market. That's pretty darn clear what's going on. They're looking at interest rates and they're saying, when I say the market, I mean interest rates today. I mean how many homes are for sale, the situation overall. Just last week, interest rates went up to 8%. As of today, when I'm filming this, rates are at like 7.97, but believe me, they're going back over 8. They're going to stay over 8 for, I think, at least through the end of the year. So if you're frustrated about rates and you're wanting to wait till rates come down, you can do that. But by the time rates come down, you're going to see prices that are going to be higher. So you're really faced with a choice. Do I pay the higher rate now and refinance out of that rate in a year or 2 or 3 when rates come down, because they will? Or do I wait and pay 5, 10, 20% more when prices go back up? Because remember, when rates come down, there will be more sellers listing, but it's also going to bring more buyer demand back into the market. So the idea of a possible 08 scenario where homes are sitting on the market, prices are falling, folks, it's just not going to happen. If you look at Q3, it's pretty clear what happened. Sales are down, prices are up. That's what I see more of. To find out more about the temporary mortgage rate buydowns, log on to myratebuydown.com. I can have you take a peek at it right now. Hang on, let me flip over to that screen. And then I'm going to show you inventory in Connecticut for just a moment. Take a look at this, myratebuydown.com. This explains everything about temporary mortgage rate buydowns, which are very, very popular right now. And I go through all the numbers. I explain them on the board. We have a bunch of examples. It shows how you can get a closing cost credit from a seller, put it on your mortgage to bring your mortgage down in the first year or 2. Now, the other thing that I promised to show you, which goes back to my earlier mention, is the inventory of homes for sale. Now, this is what honestly really blows me away with Connecticut compared to the other states. Look at Connecticut. I mean, beginning of this year, 5,000 homes for sale? Now there's 6,400. And look, this line graph is a little bit tough to read because in all of our graphs for all of the 6 states that Lamacchia Realty operates in, we show 6 years of data. Or is it 7? 7 years of data. Well, if you go back to 17, 18, and 19, folks, there was over 20,000 homes for sale right now in Connecticut. And now Connecticut's at 6,400. What's odd is we're not even seeing that typical seasonal increase in inventory that usually hits in the fall months. It's not happening. And that's because the demand is so strong and inventory is so low. I do expect that to get back to normal at some point in the next couple of years. But for now, it is what it is, folks. It is a tough time to be a buyer. It is actually a pretty good time to be a seller. Not as good now for a seller as it was in the spring. Not as good now for a seller as it'll be in the early winter. And remember, buyers, it's opposite. But it's still a pretty good time to be a seller. So if you're looking to sell your home, you're looking to buy another one, first thing you need to do is you need to get yourself in contact with a realtor at Lamacchia Realty. Our realtors in Connecticut do a fantastic job. They're handling pretty much an hour radius of Southington, Connecticut, and they're doing terrific work. Then our realtors that are based out of our Worcester, Massachusetts office, many of which live on the Connecticut border towns, Dudley, Douglas, Millville, Uxbridge, all of those towns all the way across, Webster, they're handling much of northern Connecticut. So if you're buying or selling in Connecticut, we have you covered. Good luck. Happy home buying, happy home selling. That concludes my third quarter update. Thank you.